Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. It's now 2025 Christmas, and I'm going to reteach this. I did this about 11 years ago, and it's hard to believe that this old dog, me, learned how to film crochet tutorials a lot better since that time frame. So I'm going to simplify this pattern a little bit further than what the other video is. I'm going to link that other video in the video description just in case you would like to see it, because I'm going to change something here that I think that people may not necessarily need, and you can decide which video you want to follow. So you can either stick with me here or you can go to that other video. In the meantime, let me tell you what's the difference. The major difference of this video versus the last one is that the other video has 6 edges. So you're going to do this particular motif, and the edging changes for all 6 types of motifs. And what it is that the original designer had it changing where the corner was. So in some of them, it's turned a little bit further, but the corner has been changed in a location, and there's 6 different versions. I can't really tell when I'm looking at this blanket that I can see that, and I'm not sure that people are just skipping that process and just doing one motif and putting things together. So what I would do if it were me and I were you, I would actually just do one motif and then just do that. And so you'll need 42 motifs in order to do it. So if you would like to do the other video, it does have all of the edging being changed for motif 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but I'm really not sure that's necessary. So I'm going to show you this particular motif. This is going to be the original motif and then edging number 1, and that's the concentration of today's tutorial. I am going to use a 5.5mm size eye crochet hook with my Red Heart Super Saver in the colors of red and I believe it's like a creamy white that you see here. And I also, in the last tutorial, based on comments, is that people said that I didn't show how to put the thing together really well. So I'm going to be concentrating on that today as well. So let's begin, and let's grab our 2 colors. We're going to be using these at the same time. This is called interlocking, and on the back it looks like the old stove of the colors being carried along. The pillow that is in there is also a tutorial available on our channel. I'll link that in the video description for you as well because you're extra special today. But you're going to notice is that these are just floating. Okay, so on the back side. And then on the front, it looks like it's seamless. So the colors are never intertwined with the other colors. They're always just kind of interlocking with each other. So let's get your white started. Keep the red nearby. You're going to notice that round number 1 and 2 is actually in the same round. And then 2 and 3 is the same round, 4 and 5. It's just interlocking. So we're going to begin with number 1, which is using white. Let's create a slip knot, and we're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have that done, just slip stitch to the beginning chain to create the ring. Okay, and now we're going to officially start round number 1. To do round number 1, it's going to be a concentration of the number 8, and I'll show you that in a second. So you're going to chain 3. Okay, that's your first double crochet, and then chain 1 more. So you're technically chaining 4. So it's your first double crochet and a chain 1 space. And I need you to put 7 double crochets into the ring that are separated by a chain 1. So just double crochet into the ring, chain 1, and double crochet into the ring. Go right up over top of that straggler. Let's get that stuck underneath so that we don't have to sew that in later. So you're looking for 8 spokes or 8 posts going around. That's why the number 8 is valid today. So chain 1, double crochet in, chain 1, double crochet in. So with that chaining of 3 at the beginning, technically chain 4 plus, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep chaining 1 and placing in double crochets after it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. This is 8. And after the 8th double crochet is in, chain 1 and then slip stitch to the chain 3. Okay, so not to the chain 4, chain 3, and slip stitch and pull up. I'm recommending that yarn that you just went over, get it out of the way now because it's going to be your nemesis if it's in your way later. and just create a nice large loop and let it hold, and we're moving on to round number 2 next. So round number 2, we're technically doing the very beginning again, but this is interlocking. So we're going to create a slip knot, and you're going to go to the space after the chain 4. So this is chain 4, so you're going to go right into here. So you see where this is the join, you're right here. Even if you're left-handed, it's still what you're seeing on screen. So put your slip knot onto your hook, and I want you to go to the center ring, so just go in between and pull through. Before you go too far, go into the center of the ring and pull that straggler into the back so it's out of your way so it doesn't confuse you. You're going to chain, you're going to do exactly what you did on number 1. So you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't worry about the white. You're just playing between the white at this round. So come into the next space in between, right into the center of the ring, and double crochet in. Okay, leave that top of the white behind the hook. So you're working in front of the white. Chain 1, come into the next space. Just separate it with your fingers. Chain 1. Okay. You're going to do that. So if you did 8 last time, there's going to be 8 this time. So chain 1 to separate. Okay. So chain 1. Chain 1, separate. Chain 1. And separate, and chain 1. Gonna just count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the thing, you need to make sure that this white one is in front of your project before you do the attaching. So lay it in the front, and then you're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain up. It should be in the front. If it's not in the front, it's not going to work. So you got to make sure you watch that. And then you're just going to pull up a loop, and you're going to move to your next round. And let's begin to do that in a moment. So let's let this drop, and let's grab our white and get ready for the next round. So let's begin round number 3. Let's get the white back on, and let's pull it to your hook. Make sure the white is popping through the 2 spokes of the red. Here's the thing. See this right here? This has to always be in the front when you're starting the colors. So you're noticing that we're going to have to pass by that, so we need to make sure that's currently in front, and we'll do that in a few moments, but you got to pay attention to that. It's a mistake that I've done in the past. So you're going to, right now you're just sitting into the join, so you're going to look for the next chain 1 space after the join, and you're going to slip stitch. So you're going to take the white from the background, push the red in behind, and slip stitch. Chain 3, that's your first double crochet, and you're going to double crochet into that same chain 1 space. So you're not interfering with that red. So we're going to pass the join of the red in a few moments. So what I need you to do is move it in the front. If you don't move it now, you're going to have to frog back to move it later. So make sure you just don't do that. So just leave it in the front and just ignore it. Chain 2, we'll move on. And you're going to look for the next white spoke, which is right here, and you're looking for the chain 1 space right after it in the white. And you're going to put 2 double crochets. So you dig in, pull out that chain 1 space from the background, and put in 2 double crochet. Chain 2. Look for the next white spoke, look for the chain 1 space after it, and pull it out from the background. So both colors are just resting within each other, but because of the tightness of it, you would never really notice that when you're looking at the sample. Chain 2, the next chain 1 space. So I'm going to ask you to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you close to the end of this round. So just keep pulling them from the background and placing 2 double crochet on each of the chain 1 spaces in white. I'm coming up to the end of the round. I got my last 2 double crochet in, chain 2, and join with the slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. Now, because we've already moved the red in advance, we don't have to worry about that. And we're just going to pull up a loop and let hold. And then we're going to switch and use the red. So if there's a tangle like there is right now, we're just going to turn it around, get the tangle out of the work, and then keep on moving to round number 4. Now the red should already be in front, and if it's not, then you're going to have to frog back and make sure that when you did it, that the red was in front. So pull that nice and tight. And we're going to do exactly the same thing with what we did with the white on round number 4. You're going to slip stitch to the next chain 1 space of the red only. So just pull it out of the background and slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the same chain 1 space, put in another double crochet. So because the white join is over here, we're not going to worry about putting it in front like we did in the last round, because it's not in the right position to do that. So you're going to chain 2 and jump to the next red post and look for the chain 1 right after the post and just pull it out of the background and place in 2 double crochet. Okay, don't interfere with that white. So the white is just resting within the interlocking. Chain 2 and look for the next red. And look for the chain 1 space, pull it out of the background. Chain 2, next red, look for the chain 1 space, and 2 double crochet. So please do this all the way around for round number 4. I'll see you at the end of the round when we get close, because we need to deal with this before we get too far. So I'll see you there in a few moments. So I'm getting close to the end. I'm about to pass where the join is. Move the loop and the working yarn to the front before you continue. If you don't, you're going to have to frog back. So just chain 2 and then join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 and pull up a loop. Okay, so whenever you have to move on to the next color for the next round, you got to make sure it's in the front. And then let that other color drop. And if there's a tangle here, just rotate it around so that you can keep your work organized. And we're going to move on to your next round, number 5, using the color white. Round number 5, pull the loop up, make sure you're on the front of the project and the red is in behind. In this round, we're going to slip stitch to the next double crochet, just the white, and don't interfere with the red, and slip stitch. And here, you're going to chain 3, which will count as your first double crochet. Now you're going to look for the chain space, happens to be a chain 2 space this time, but you're going to place in 2 double crochet into that chain space. So here's a tip. The first round, there was only 1 double crochet. The next time, when we did a growth, there was 2, and now there's 3. And it's following up and it's creating the angle. So do you see that there's 3 double crochet? That means that there has to be a chain 3. And before we continue, see where the red is? You're about to pass it. Move it in the front. And if you don't move it, you'll be frogging all the way back to do that in the future. So make sure you do it right now. So as you jump to the next white, you're going to skip the first one and go to the second one over and double crochet that one. So pull it from the background. So double crochet in the double crochet, and then 2 double crochet in the next chain space of the white. And remember what I said, see there's 3 double crochet, that means that there's chain 3. and then look for the next 2 whites. Skip the first white, double crochet into the second, and then 2 more double crochet into the next chain space in the white. I'll show you one more time. So chain 3, skip the first white double crochet, go to the second, double crochet in that one, pulling it from the background, and then the next chain space of the white, 2 double crochet. Please do this same pattern all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of the round in a moment. So as you're coming all the way around, the red is already in the front over here, so we don't need to worry about it. You're just going to chain 3 and join to the top of the first chain 3 that you started with. Pull up a loop, let it hold, and we're moving on to round number 6 next. So make sure that red is in front right now, or you'll be in trouble later. And I'll be right back in a moment. So round number 6, you're just going to put the red back on, pull it tight. Okay. And then you're going to do exactly what you did with the white. So you're going to slip stitch over to the next double crochet just in the red. Okay, and chain 3. And you are going to come to the next chain space after the red, in the red, and place in 2 double crochet. And remember what I said to you about how many double crochets you see. So you can see that there's technically 3. So you're going to chain 3 and move to your next group of red. Skip the first one of the red, go to the second and double crochet, and then go to the space in the red after the last double crochet and place in 2 double crochet. Chain 3. I'll show you one more time. So you got the red, skip the first one, go to the second, double crochet in the second one over, and then 2 double crochet into the space. So I'll see you near the end of the round, because the white where it's located, we got to make sure we get that in the front before we finish off this round. And I'll be right back in a moment. Coming close to the end, and I got to make sure the white is going in front first. Chain 3, and then join the slip stitch to the other chain 3 that you started with. Pull up a loop, and we're ready for round number 7 using the color white. So let's get our white back onto the hook, pull it tight, and just like we did before, we need to slip stitch over to the second one over. So just go over one more on the white, and you were going to chain a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 3, and then you're going to double crochet into the next double crochet that you have. And then in the chain space in the white, there's going to be 2 double crochet. So pull it from the background. Okay, now you're noticing that the red is right here. We need to move that in front. And see how there's 4 double crochet now? So you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming to the white, you see that there's 3. You're going to come to the second one over. Okay, this is what's creating the spiral by skipping the first one. You're going to double crochet the next white one, double crochet, and then in space, you're going to apply 2 double crochet in there. Okay, and then you keep on going around. So you see that there's 4, so you're going to chain 4. Come to your second one over, double crochet the next double crochet, and then in the chain space, 2 double crochet. So I need you to do this all the way around for round number 7, and I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around. The red is already in the right position, so you're just going to chain 4, and then you're going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, leave a loop, and you're ready for round number 8 using the color red. So with the color red, just get it back to the hook. Okay. And it's just like the last round. So you're just going to slip stitch to the next one over. So basically one round kicks it off, and you see that there's a space, so this next round is catching up. So chain 3, double crochet in the next one, and then what do you think you're putting in the chain space? Yeah, that's right. It's going to be 2 double crochet. So that's consistent. Okay, then you're going to chain 4 because you see 4 double crochet. So you come into your next group of red, second one in, double crochet, and double crochet the next. Okay, and then the next chain space, 2 more double crochet. Okay, and I need you to do this all the way around for round number 8. Coming up to the round, I'm about to pass where the white is. Make sure you move it in front first. You do your final chain 4 and join to the top of the chain 3. Okay, pull up a loop and let's change over for number 9, going back to the white. Round number 9, let's get the white back on. And it's just like you've started before. So you move to your next one, slip stitch over, and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and now you got 2 more double crochet to worry about, so you're going to put 1 into each of those, and then the next chain space is going to have 2 double crochet in it. So the bigger this thing gets, it gets a little bit looser, so you can only do this concept for so long before it gets too sloppy. So now you can see that there's 5, so that means you're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're about to pass the red. So let's get that red in front now, or you'll be frogging back, and then move to your next group of white. Skip the first one, go to the second, and then double crochet the next 2, and then 2 double crochet into the space. And that you see that there was 5, so you're going to chain 5, and then move to your next group of white. So go to your second, do the next 2, and then 2 into the space, and do this around. And I'll see you at the end of the round for round number 9. Coming up to the end of round number 9, I've already got the red in front over here, so I don't need to worry about it, and you're just going to chain your 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. Okay, we're going to go for round number 10 next, which will be the last time we're using the red in this motif. So let's put the red back onto the hook. It should be in the front of the work. And it's exactly like the last round. So slip stitch on over, 1, chain 3, and staying within the red, you're just going to put a double crochet in the next 2. And then in the space, 2 double crochet. So you end up with a group of 5, like you did with the white. And because there is a group of 5 double crochet, that means you're chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go to your next group of red, skip to the second one over in it, pulling it from the background. So we got the first one, second, and the third, and then double crochet in the next, or 2 double crochet in the next space of the red. I need you to do this all the way around for your number 10, and I'll be right back in a moment. So as you come back around, just move the white back into the front side, chain your 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. This was the last time we are using the color red, so you're just going to just snip it off. You'll weave that in later, and I would toss that tail end into the background, and you can deal with that later. So we're going to pick up then on the last round using edging number 1 only for this tutorial, and it's really quite simple, and I think it's the best one of the group of 6. Okay, let's pull up for round number 11. This is the final round. So we're going to create the 8-sided shape, taking this from a circle to that. So you're going to slip stitch over to the next one, and you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into the next double crochet. And then in the next one is going to be an official corner. So to do a corner, you're going to double crochet first, chain 3, and double crochet into the same one. You are going to double crochet into the next one, and double crochet into the next chain space right here. Now I want you to switch to the chain on the white here going behind, and in that chain 5 you're going to only place 5 . So going on the chain now behind the red, you're going to place 4 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Notice how the red is just floating. Now that the 4 are in, push this backward. You're going to skip the first double crochet and you're going to double crochet the next white. Okay, and that'll hold that back. Double crochet the next one in the white. And now your corner is the next one. So it's going to be 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. You're going to double crochet the next one and 1 double crochet into the chain space on the front side here. Now go move this in front and get that space here and place in 4 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to push this back. You're going to skip the first double crochet, go to the second, and double crochet in. Double crochet the next one, and the corner is the next one after this. Okay, so you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in, double crochet the next, and double crochet the next space. Work behind the red, 4 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Push this back, skip the first one, and double crochet what you already know. So double crochet the first 2. So after you've skipped the 1, just double crochet the first 2. Make your corner, double crochet, chain 3. And double crochet the next, plus the next space. Okay, so continue that same cycle going all the way around, and you can see that you're starting to make your octagon now. I'll be back at the end of the round. So when you get all the way around, you got your 4 double crochet into this, and you just got a slip stitch to the beginning like this. So this is technically done for the pattern itself, and so I'm going to just show you how to quickly weave in your ends before we finish off today's tutorial. And just pull it tight. So you're going to have an 8-sided object, and on the back side you've had your colors going through. So you're going to want to use a tapestry needle to hide in your loose ends. You really don't have very many because of what you've done today, and it does a really cool job. So let's do that next. So you're just going to turn it to the back side. You're going to have to weave in the red one right in the end. It was joined with a slip knot to the hook, so that's already a knot itself, and you're just going to weave in your ends back and forth. Stay on the back side of your work. You don't ever want to go and see the needle on the front side to wreck what you've done. Okay. Now I cut this down a little bit short for tutorial purposes, but so it wasn't in the way for visual, but it would have been longer for me to do a better job than this. And technically you want to weave it back and forth 3 times. And then the other colors, you want to make sure that the red was coming out of the back, so it's kind of seamless, because you're not going to see where you stopped and started that. And you're just going to weave that into the back side. So just stay within the chain work itself. Now it's better not to go between the strands, but actually the plies itself, to get it really stuck. So just purposely break the plies apart, staying within the red. Don't you dare go in that white, because you'll ruin what you did. Okay, so you should see it just still floating. So go back and forth 3 times, and then I need you to do the same thing with the white. And the white, you're going to just stay within the back of the project. Right here. So you have a nice clean thing. This Afghan has won I don't know how many awards in the craft fairs over the years. It was officially launched in 2014, and this thing has probably taken thousands of awards. So you want to take your time to do this, and I think this particular pattern has become a Christmas heirloom as well. It's that spectacular. I have seen people do the spirals of different colors, including the backgrounds of being more darker. I've seen people do it purples and multiple different colors on the same blanket. It looks amazing. So you should be able to see 8 sides. I've had people not pay attention to the very beginning and that they contact me that they only had 7 sides because they've missed one of the things. It's not repairable from that point. And one lady did all 42 like that. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. So this is part 1, and we'll see you in the next video. And that's it for now.